Dark Shadows reviews will now be brought to you in color. A seance was held at the Collinwood estate to contact the ghost of Sarah Collins. Time stands still. Between episodes 365 and 466. Literally 100 episodes. So many effing episodes. Roger, Elizabeth, Julia, Barnabas, Victoria, and Carolyn all sit around a table with candles to summon the ghost of Sarah Collins, because apparently you need 6 people to hold a seance, which is a rule they're going to throw out the door later. Sarah Collins possesses Victoria, and apparently ghosts have the power to transport people back in time to 1795. Okay, sure. In 1795, Victoria Winters comes face to face with Barnabas Collins, but not the Barnabas as we know him now. Oh no, it's back when he was alive. At 25. Yeah, Jonathan Frid is playing a 25-year-old. Right. And I'm 25. Well, I'm a more believable 25 than him anyway. Moving on, she meets a bunch of people who we recognize because all the same actors are playing different roles. Because that's not confusing. There's a lot of pointless things that happen, so I'm just going to jump right to the juicy stuff. Victoria is hired as a governess to Sarah and Daniel Collins. Barnabas is about to marry Josette Dupré. Her maid, Angelique Bouchard, arrives happy to see Barnabas, who had a very intimate affair with him in Martinique, but he rebuffs her advances, politely, but rejectingly. Way wrong choice, B. Way wrong choice. Angelique is a witch who will stop at nothing to get back at Barnabas. First, she causes him to choke, but realizes she loves him, so decides she wants to marry him instead. So she puts a kind of a curse on Josette and Barnabas's uncle, Jeremiah Collins, and who also happens to be his best friend. So on the night of his wedding, you can imagine the devastation he feels when he finds the love of his life has run off with his uncle and best friend and marry each other instead. The look on Jonathan Frid's face, my God, he so sells it. It's viscerally painful. He's devastated. So Barnabas challenges Jeremiah to a duel circa 1795. Rule slatter. Anyway, Barnabas was prepared to go and lose his life in this duel. He had no plans on pulling the trigger. He didn't even load his gun. But Angelique fixes it and causes Barnabas to shoot and basically kill Jeremiah. I'm skipping some things, but basically that's what happens. Then Sarah, Barnabas' little sister, becomes very sick, and Angelique makes a deal with Barnabas that if he agrees to marry her, she'll cure Sarah. Okay. Distraught, Barnabas totes agrees. With all the weird things happening in Collinwood, Barnabas' aunt, Abigail Collins, calls in a special witch Reverend Hunter, Reverend Trask. I don't know what he is exactly. So, you know he's a bad guy because he comes in wearing 2 inches of eyeliner, Dark Shadows style. Bow, bow, bow. Barnabas realizes Angelique's a witch, and he shoots her. Before not dying, Angelique curses Barnabas. I set a curse on you, Barnabas Collins. You wanted your Josette so much. Well, you shall have her, but not the way you would have chosen. You will never rest, Barnabas, and you will never be able to love anyone, for whoever shall love you will die. This is my curse, and you will live through all eternity. Oh, soon the giant black bat appears and bites Barnabas. And Barnabas dies and then rises as the night-walking, artery-puncturing guy we know and love. He kills Trask by bricking him up in a wall. Well, behind a wall, rather, in the basement. And that will come back to haunt him. A couple times. Yeah. He kills his Aunt Abigail. His beloved sister Sarah dies in his arms. His Josette throws herself off of Widow's Hill, being the first widow. Oh, so sad. Let's see here. She killed herself trying to get away from him, which was even more sad. Further making him more freaking depressed. Bloodsucker, we know. His mother finds him and then commits suicide in his arms. My God, no wonder he's so depressed. He just keeps going. His father, Joshua Collins, has his coffin wrapped in the silver chains and then put into the mausoleum where Willie will find him about 175 years later. Oh, yeah, he is a vampire. Episode 410. Literally 200 episodes after his introduction, he's finally freaking called a vampire. Do you know how hard it is to come up with so many synonyms for vampire? Seems like it'd be easy. He's having a hard time with it. So, meanwhile, because words are hard, Victoria's on a trial for witchcraft and being helped by prison guard Peter Bradford. When she is taken to the gallows to be hung, she returns to 1976 as the rope tightens around her neck. What will happen? Stay tuned. We need a Moon Knight movie. Thanks for watching.